Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's vlog, I have my fiance here, Gio in the Philippines. And so for today's vlog, we are going to talk about how important it is to get married and what is the purpose of getting married. So what do you think, Gio? For you, what is marriage? Why people should get married?
Well, that's very hard to answer because a lot of people now are in the West are steering away from marriage because the divorce is so high and rampant in the West, and it hasn't reached over here yet. So over here, I think it's just very traditional to be married, or people are very religious, so it's part of the Catholicism, here. And I think marriage is more for people who are creating a family. I don't know personally. I don't really totally understand why people marry if they aren't going to have kids or they're just going to be together. I don't know. I'm not saying it's not. They shouldn't get married, but I don't see the importance of it as much as if you are planning again to marry to create a family or have a family together. What do you think?
Well, for me, getting married is like a bind, like a legal bind that you're gonna be together forever.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, you are husband and wife. You have this legal with the papers that you are together. And also the other thing is, I think solely it's about protecting your family. If you have kids, if you want to protect your wife, even if you don't have kids. I actually have an example of this, why it's very important for the couple who have kids to get married. I have a relative that she got married when she was young, like when she was in her early 20s.
Yeah.
And just recently, this year, the husband died. They're not married. They have 3 kids.
Was it a motorbike accident, was it? Or
No, it was his kidney burst or something. I think he was very acidic. Like he drinks a lot of cola, he drinks a lot of energy drink. He won't eat. He just drink that.
Oh.
He works in Robinson. Oh, he's what do you call that person who would stalk?
A stalker.
A stalker. So that's his job. He has SSS, but they are not married with my relative.
And they had 3 kids.
They have 3 kids, and the SSS, it was named to his mom.
Oh, okay.
Everything was named on his mom.
Why would he do that?
Because if you're not married, all your SSS, everything is named to your mom. Like even me, all my insurance, my SSS, all my bank, in case something happens to me, they will ask for your mother's name or father's name. And then when you get married, that's the time you can change it to your husband. So that's the problem. And her and the mother are not in good terms. So what do you expect?
Right.
She will not give a peso. And they don't have any house. They don't have anything. They were just renting. She didn't have any job experience. She's in her early 30s. So it's very hard for her to find a job. And she still have a baby. Just made me realize how important it is to get married and plan your future.
If they were married, what would have happened? What would have she received?
She would receive a monthly retirement money.
She would.
Yeah, she would receive like at least, because she has 3 kids, so she 5,000 for each kid. So she would have like at least 15,000 or 20,000.
Could survive off of that.
Yeah. It just made me realize how important it is to like plan your future, especially if you have family already, because you will never know what's gonna happen. It's also very important to get insurance.
Yes.
Because insurance really helps.
Insurance helps a lot.
Because you will never know what's gonna happen to you.
Also a will, so you can...
Yes, a will. That is a good idea, but for most Filipinos, they don't know about those things.
Right.
Will, they don't have any desire to do that because, when they when you say will, you need an attorney, and attorney are very expensive. And if you're just like, you work in a very
Yeah.
small salary, so
It's not something that's on your priority list.
unless if you're like a businessman or something.
Right. Insurance, or what do they call it? Life insurance.
Yes, life insurance, health insurance.
Now, if it's married to a foreigner, then of course it's different because you wouldn't have the SS and things like that. But that's where it gets a little tricky. That's where the foreigner really needs to have life insurance.
What do you mean you can have like SS insurance?
From the Philippines?
Yeah, but the Filipina can have it in the US, right?
Yeah, but that's a bit more involved. That requires them to actually move to the US to become a resident or get a green card, which takes, I think, 5 years. 2 years you have to be there fully, you cannot leave. And then I think the last 3 years you are able to travel 6 months out of the year out of the country, and then you have to come back. So some foreigners they move here and they're not wanting to move back home. So
I see.
Yeah.
So I think
then the foreigner really needs to have a good will in place, or
a
life insurance.
Yes.
There's clear instructions like, okay, if something happens, here's how you access my money. Here's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
also if you could like build the house here, that is a good.
yeah, because that's the biggest expense.
Yes,
right?
yes,
The
like
rent.
my relative, they don't build any house. They were just renting. After the husband died, they became homeless.
Right.
So it's so hard to see it that it's happening.
Yeah, at least if you have a home, right, and your husband passes away, you're not out on the street. You've got a place. Or perhaps you have a nice big garden with fruits and vegetables. I don't know.
Yes, and also if your husband has lots of debt, that would be your life is gonna be miserable if that happens. Like you are left with no money, and then you're left with more things to pay your husband's debt.
Now, for foreigners, that's probably not going to happen, because I don't think it's possible that you can inherit his debt unless he got debt from the Philippines. But I could see how Filipino, if it was a Filipino husband, he could have maybe taken a loan on a motorbike or taken a loan on a phone.
Yes, and also we have this called Bumbai. You know, it's Bumbai. It's like those are like I'm not sure if they are Indian or Arabic.
Sounds like Indian.
And they would lend money to people, like the Filipinos who have business in
Like
the market.
like a loan
Yes,
shark.
and they would collect it every day. So most Filipinos are attracted to those type of loans because they make it like small amount to collect every week or every day or every month. But it was like 2 years or 3 years to pay.
Yeah.
So people are attracted with that.
And I've seen at the ATM, like somebody where they have like literally a stack of ATM cards, and I think they get it from the people, and they're literally one transaction after another taking money out from these people's accounts. No way I would ever give somebody a loan shark by ATM card.
Yeah. In her case, because she's a single mother now, you will not call her a widow because they were not married. Do you call someone a widow even if they're not married?
Not technically, no. I think you have to be, that's a legal term. Like if your spouse dies, you're a widow or a widower.
Yes. So there are things that she could do. Like for example, we have this what we call government. The government will give you 4 piece, or it's a money they give it every month to very poor Filipinos. And there's also other one, the single mother money, like for the single moms. So I think that would help.
Do they have any kind of program where they can get like free rice or anything like that?
Yeah,
that's part of the program?
Yeah, 4 piece.
Okay.
I'm not sure about if they give rice, but they give money every month.
Yeah, money.
Yes.
Any idea how much it is? Probably not a lot, I'm sure.
I think it's like a couple thousand peso, like
Okay.
3,000. I'm not sure.
Not a lot, but it's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in the Philippines, there's not a lot of really strong programs to help people out.
Actually, there are lots of government agencies that help less fortunate Filipinos, but not all Filipinos know about these things. Like, for example, healthcare. When you like go to the municipal to have like doctor's checkup, but of course it's public health
Yeah.
service, so you need to go early because you will expect there's line. And after that, you could actually have a free medicine. You can have a scholarship if you want your kid to go to a nicer college. But of course, you need to have a really good grades to avail for that scholarship.
Right.
And there's also other things that you could ask help for, like financial assistance. Like, for example, if you have a relatives that died and you don't have enough money to pay for the burial or anything for the casket, they will give you an assistant with that. They will give you money. Or, for example, you have a relatives that is in the hospital that needs operation. You can ask for financial assistance in the government, your municipality, and they will really help you.
Oh, okay.
So there's lots, but I don't think everyone, they can help everyone. But
Yeah.
if you know these things, then it will be easier for you.
Yeah.
And when it comes to like if you are looking for a work, you can go to the municipal and ask for job list. They always have like street sweeper, bathroom attendant, all those things.
Yeah.
You cannot expect like big work, like office or something.
Yeah.
You would expect like the smaller, like street sweeping and
Better than nothing.
yes, it's better than nothing. So there's a lot of things you can do to survive, but it's hard if you don't have a relative that would help you.
Yeah.
In my relative's case, she has 3 kids and she still have a baby, so she needs someone who would take care of the baby if she's going to work or something.
Yeah.
She told me that she's going to work abroad, like OFW worker, in Saudi or in Kuwait. And I already anticipated that what's gonna happen. She's gonna leave the kids to the mom, the husband's mother,
Oh, okay.
and they're gonna be separated.
Yeah.
And it's so sad to see that it's happening.
But it's quite normal here, almost.
Kara is quite normal, but growing up without a mother is so hard.
Yeah.
It's harder than not having a father,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
She was planning also to work in Manila as a helper, like a maid. And I was like thinking that, because her partner just died, so she feels lonely. And she didn't really have a good childhood. She feels this loneliness and emptiness. If you feel loneliness and emptiness, of course you will find someone to feel it. So what's gonna happen is she's gonna find a man. They're gonna have kids,
More kids.
more kids, because especially if she's not careful, and then the 3 kids will be left here without parents, without a mother, without. So
Have a new family.
she will have a new family. So I'm trying my best to help her. I just feel so sad that it's happening to her.
Yeah. That there's no preparation.
You can actually blame her if she wants to find someone else. So the takeaway for this story is that be always prepared for the future, especially if you have kids, because you will never know what's gonna happen to you.
The what ifs.
Yes, it's
Never-
better to be prepared than sorry.
Yes.
In the end, have an insurance, have a will. And if you don't want to have a will, if you're a Filipino, get married so that you could protect your family. And of course, if you want to travel the world, anywhere in the world, make sure to have travel medical insurance. It's very important.
Yep.
Just so you are protected on whatever's gonna happen to you on your journey. So this is the end of this vlog, and I hope you guys like this video. And if you do, please give this video a thumbs up And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notification button so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!